If you'd like to just sit together, you don't have to invent anything to speak about. We're welcome to just to rest together and enjoy each other. So, and if you want to speak, you're welcome to speak about anything. So I find it useful just to, as we're resting here, just a gentle noticing that whatever's appearing is appearing in awareness. And that we are feeling what's going on the planet in who we are. And just a sense just how your nervous system responds to the frequency that's going on the planet right now. Just because we all feel it, and the circumstances are different in different places for sure, and everybody's circumstance is different. So for some of us, it's the joy to just have time and to be quiet. For others, a bit of a freak out to not know how we're going to pay our rent, and there's a wide variety of what's going on. So just gently being present with whatever's going on. Nothing to change, nothing to fix, just a gentle noticing.
Monica would like to speak.
Hi, Monica.
Hi, Isaac. Here I am.
I see you.
First, I want to check how it is the best that we can see each other the best, because I have much problems.
Okay, I see you perfectly on my end. I don't, maybe that's something I ever can help you with.
Okay. I I have when I look in this direction, can you see me, or have you know what I
No,
mean?
I see you perfectly. I see you perfectly.
Okay.
Mm.
Today I'm a little bit, wie soll ich sagen, sensitive. Today I need a little bit holding or
With pleasure.
being,
Yeah.
it's a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Good. Good to see. Good to recognize that and just ask for it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
So we can just rest
Yes.
together. Don't have to. Yeah. Just we don't have. Touch is the first language, and when we're meeting like this, we don't have the capacity to actually physically touch, but we have the capacity to imagine. So you can imagine just being held, if that serves you, if you'd like that. I mean, energetically, I'm holding you, and I'm sure as many people in this community that's online at the moment as has the capacity are holding you. But you can also imagine just being held, holding hands, or being crawling into my arms or anybody's arms, and just gently being held, and just like like a child just wants to be held sometimes, and it's okay.
Yes. Energetically is for me much. I can feel it. I must not imagine, because I can feel it. Okay. But
Yeah, beautiful.
at the moment in physical is not possible, I have no one
Yeah, so
like
no, I
cats.
understand.
So
Yeah.
energetically is okay. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Hmm.
So sweet when we drop into that sweet spot, yeah, and it gets quiet, and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Hmm. There comes something in my mind. I'm on an online course with Joe Dispenza. You know Joe Dispenza?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right, it's so
beautiful.
great. And he said, when you go inside, then your field comes more outside. And he's speaking about a heart current, you know, and then the electromagnetic field becomes very, very big, and that's what I'm feeling at the moment. I go
Yeah.
inside the field, go more outside at the moment.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, so schön. Yeah. Yeah. Makes me so wide, wide, wide. More energetic than material at the moment. More.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Isaac, so much. Love you.
Big love. Thanks, Monica.
Vedanta would like to speak.
Vedanta. Can you see me?
I can see you and I hear you, yes. You know,
Perfect.
these days, actually today, I feel so triggered with anger and rage. And I can see it has to do maybe with the past, but actually the trigger is, you know, since 4 or 5 weeks, the rate of infection goes down. Of 6,000 now here in Germany. And still they say the rate goes up because they say last day were 900 maybe and today 1,000. And so it goes over 1. And I feel so they can do what they want, you know, to keep this locked down. And I feel so touched with today they say this, tomorrow they say that, and you just be in, and I feel so helpless, like in the childhood when the parents did this, and I try to be silent, but actually I feel so, so anger, a lot of anger.
Yeah, I understand. I really understand because, you know, when our freedoms are controlled, even so-called in our best interest, and we don't have clear data, and you know, not everybody agrees that this is the best way to move with it. Of course, a lot of stuff is gonna come up.
Yeah, actually.
And you know, it's like, and because you can look at it from so many different angles, it's just like, you know, we know every year flus happen, and we don't have the figures yet, but it seems like it's going in the direction of recognizing that this is not much worse than the regular flu, and we have it every year, and we never lock down and shut the whole economy. But that they, you know, like the people that somehow are supposed to be serving us are trying to control us, but from the idea of they know what's best for us. And it is a very funny paradigm in a way, you know, it's really, and of course some people really agree with it. They think it's the best thing in the world that someone's trying to take care of us, and other people, and anyone who doesn't, you know, I've seen these comments, let all the people that don't think it's a good idea, you know, go to an island where they can all die together and stuff like that. It's so polarized at the moment, it's crazy. But just coming back to, there's anger, there's underneath it, there's powerlessness, usually with anger. And there's not much we can do except this gentle noticing and gentle resourcing again and again and again, because it's, you know, it's like, you know, to, to cut off contact between people and freedom to move around and all that stuff. Yeah. It's, yeah, I get it. I understand. And it's, I mean, it's so different in different places. And, you know, there are so many different circumstances, and there is no one size fits all for this, whatever's going on. But on so many levels, it just doesn't make sense. And so we hear, yeah.
Just with this place of helplessness.
And what I'm seeing is even people that have been friends for years go into such big disagreement about this, and really, and you know, not wanting to be friends anymore, and like, wow, you know, it's completely polarized at the moment.
2 days ago, I had a different example. It had nothing to do with Corona, you know. There was just, I said to a friend, she lives around, if you like, we can go again on a walk or so. And she has not as much time like me, then she was not resonating, but she didn't say, I cannot, or anything. She just kept silent. And then I felt really like many things happened last year also. It's like, and I don't get the point inside me. I feel like she's wrong. This friendship is nothing anymore. Because I didn't count the point that I felt it was stuff from when I was 1 to 3, and there was no resonance in.
It's, you know, it's touching such deep places in so many of us. And that's the opportunity for those of us that love truth and love to take the opportunity, but it's not always easy, especially on our own. Actually, you know, a lot of times we need another nervous system. And that's partly why I love holding these online things, is that we have a chance to kind of be in this, in our humanness together, and just be understood and seen. And
I thought there was place, so I said, just make it more easy to have contact instead of doing it alone.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Actually, it's luxury right now, just to connect so easily with you, to stay with you.
Yeah. And just to let those sensations of powerlessness and all of that stuff, just let them free in your body. They can do nothing to you. It's okay. Yeah, we're just here together, just letting it. Doesn't mean anything about you. The circumstances not easy for, I don't think anybody is. For just we here. We know what we're in love with. What do you notice as we rest together?
Yes, what is happening here.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful. Mm.
Before it was like the energy came after wanting to keep somehow silent with this, and now it is more inflated actually.
Mm. Mm. Happy to hear. Beauty. Yes.
Isaac,
Mm.
Sandra.
Hi, Sandra.
Hello.
I got you.
Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, it's just delicious, huh?
Yeah.
Just to meet and rest together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the same time, so many things also came clear, you know. I started working yesterday again.
Oh,
And
fantastic,
now,
yeah.
yes, and the system got so tired yesterday and also this morning while working. And in sitting with you, I could see that still there was a very young organization inside trying somehow to be in some ways, you know, when being together with my colleagues in the team or with the customers, coaches. And there was just this coming up of, well, there is no way to be, just be, you know.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it's like really being free to let what comes through to come through.
Yeah.
It's no effort to try and be any particular way. Nothing to protect, nothing to defend. It's just, but at the same time recognizing that space that it's all appearing in. It's just like this.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and also to see, you know, that when in the working team, it's not possible to be like this. I mean, even so, we like each other a lot, but it's of course not this kind of meeting, and that touches something, you know. It's
for sure.
yeah, yeah.
You know, and just in the seeing, in what you're seeing, without any doing it, just the seeing itself starts to inform the field that you're working in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in that seeing itself.
Mhm.
Without having to do anything, just the noticing where something, you know, either goes into agreement or resistance to
Mhm.
the invitation of that particular field, and then it doesn't. It's okay that it does it, but you can see it. It's just like
Yeah, yeah. And it was very interesting yesterday to see how easy the system gets out of self-regulation. But before that just happened by itself. And yesterday I at least could notice it, you know, and just start to regulate again, you know, just giving input. So I see that in all that, it's also a big chance to get really finer to all those points, to see even more, you know.
Yep. And my sense is, you know, that's gonna that process will till the last breath. You know, what else? There's just this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Well, sweetheart. Yeah.
Nice evening.
Thank you.
Raina would like to speak.
One more time.
Rainer.
Rainer, 1 second. I'm just going to find you here.
So I can see you.
Hi. Yes. Does that bring me into focus? Perfect. Thanks.
I can sense a little pressure that somehow I should explore something as well, but actually I prefer to be silent with you.
Yeah, no, it's like no need to look for something. But even that noticing was beautiful because that's the exploration, just that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Rhonda. Yeah.
Arthur would like to speak.
Isaac, hello.
I see you. I see you.
I hear
Can
you.
you see me?
And yeah,
Oh,
I see you
fantastic.
too.
Yeah. Great.
To see you.
Yeah.
It's just being with the sensations for me. It's kind of What do you notice, if anything?
Just it's I love having some time with you, just to rest and notice the sensations, and feels friendly and lovely and yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Arthur.
It's, yeah. Yeah. It's just moving, eh?
Mm.
And then something else, and something else. So, thank you.
Mm.
Isaac.
Thanks, Arthur. Yeah, thank you. Mm.
Isaac,
Yeah,
it's me. Put in my own name.
once. Yeah, I'm just looking where I have you on my screen. Okay. Somewhere you there? Can you just wave a hand or something so I can see you? Ah, there. Great. Thanks. Movement always catches the eye. Eh?
Feels that there's like it's really nice just to sit together,
Mm.
and it's somehow
Without it needing it to be anyway, just an opportunity to watch those funny little movements that go on underneath our usual consciousness. Yeah.
exactly, and those movements I can feel that there's so much a habit of in making an interpretation of
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
and making a story, and somehow it feels that oh, it's so nice if you don't even have to do that. I don't even have any idea about the movements that are going on. Like I can feel a lot of things, and there's a tendency to to create a story about it, but I can also see that that is
Mm.
also just useless.
Exactly. Exactly.
And also it's like this idea of how things should be. It's kind of like chasing after something.
Mm.
It's so nice if it's a loss of something maybe, but it's so nice if it doesn't, if that's not, if you don't have to.
Then it can just, yeah, then it can just be like it is, yeah.
And I guess there's a tendency in the system of looking for some way to have it beautiful or and now I can see that that is also just, there is a big
Yeah,
cost.
you know, but yeah, so it's like a thing, you know, when you get on a bicycle to ride it, you know, there's something that knows how to balance, but it's not. It just does itself. It knows itself. You know, it just. So it's like that. We can use that context of beauty, but there's a way that something in us just can sense. Oh wow, that feels. Oh yeah, there it starts to flow. Oh, there it tightens up. Okay, wow, and then just. But if we trying to make it a certain way, then it gets messed up. But we just like there's something fundamental that just recognizes that balance point when it's balancing. You know, it just.
Even sometimes that because sometimes maybe for the system it might seem that it's not balancing or something is happening that is not okay. Well, actually
Yeah.
it's happening, so apparently maybe there's some value in it.
For sure, but that's like riding a bicycle. When you're riding a bicycle, how often are you just on the edge? You just like it's like you know, it's like you're navigating something a little bit tricky, and you know, it's like it's you know, it's a little bit out of balance this way, and a little bit out of balance that way.
And even that I wouldn't know, because then the question comes, oh, you know, like how can I find the balance point, and how do I know when it's not there, you know, and how when I should act, or when I have, at the moment I have no clue at all.
Mm-hmm. And yet, to me, I would see it's like when if we use the analogy of riding a bicycle, you know, like when I'm in Amsterdam and there was this kind of tricky bridge that I had to go over to come there, and it's like, you know, had to go around and kind of it was tricky to it wasn't just like riding in a straight line. So when I had to navigate that, and then sometimes you have to put your foot down, and you know that moment when it comes and you have to put your foot down, otherwise you're going to fall on you. It's and it's okay. God, luckily I know to put my foot down, but you know it. It's just like, you know. So same thing. We exploring, and then oh wow, it just went a little bit over that way, and it's just like.
I get it.
But it's not
I
within.
understand.
Yeah.
The body.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, like, you can feel, wow, it's flowing really sweetly, and then, you know, like maybe a thought comes, and that's like one of those tricky bends or something, and you just watch, okay, and then evens out again.
Exactly. It's like it's just this questioning of, because actually I do know, or like, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You know, in a way, it's like that funny kind of thing, you know, it's like, remember the days when we could hug each other, before this lockdown thing. And you say you're giving someone a hug, and then you can sense where there's a deep enjoying and it just goes deeper and deeper and relaxing. But you can sense sometimes when there's a moment when the person wants to, they've had enough or they want to move. And sometimes, something doesn't want to quite let go at that moment, and we go past that point. It's this fine dance, like it's. Remember in those days when we were allowed to hug each other?
Long. Once upon a time.
Another lifetime. Yeah.
I've one more question. It's about this with relating, like how. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I wonder if this system has the tendency to run away quite quickly, or has the tendency to think something is not okay, and then it just shuts down, and it's like, and where and how do I then recognize like what when when I'm closing myself off, or what I mean?
Yeah, so I would, it's like we all have different personality types, different, like there's a few different pathways of how our systems function, you could say like that. And, also carrying the information from generations back, in terms of relating is one of the more tricky domains of human experience. Yeah. So,
A little bit, yeah.
yeah. So for me, I would question that thing of making the distinction between I'm closing myself off, or you notice that the nervous system is closing itself off. Because I would say that actually it makes a difference if you think it's that you're doing it, or if you just see that that's a pattern in the nervous system. It makes it a lot easier to explore. Like something, especially with a very fine nervous system, it starts to sense when it's going into entanglement or something that's not really healthy for it. And then I would say it's beautiful to notice that, rather than pushing through and trying to have a relationship. And then starting to make a discernment. Okay, just in that moment where something responds by pulling back or something, is it related to something coming within the dynamic, or is it related to old information in itself, without right or wrong or good or bad, or that it should be any particular way?
And sometimes it's just hard to see if it's the food, or if it's, but yeah, what to do. We can only be as much present as we can.
And keep exploring, but that's our thing. It's just like, okay, where do we find another system that doesn't have any trauma, or that doesn't have any codependency tendencies, or doesn't have any ways of trying to control and all that good stuff? Very rare.
Yeah, that's it. Like I think we're all kind of like in the same boat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's beautiful that we can speak about it and just, oh wow, I noticed that the system's pulling back in this moment. Okay, welcome. And just seeing, okay, is it related to, is it old information? Is it related to something happening in that dynamic? Just gently inquiring and questioning. No right, no wrong, no special way to be. Oh, just, so when we rest here together, how do you sense the flow between us in this moment? These bodies, these.
Yeah, it feels very connected for me.
Yeah. So, and in this moment, there's no shutting down or pulling back or anything. It's just flowing, and then we watch, just rest and.
Yeah, it's really good too, because now I can see that it's often creating a story outside of the now.
Exactly.
As an interpretation of sensations or something, and then having to make a decision of, okay, this, but actually right here now, of course, again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it always is just now and now and now, and just watching.
Yeah, that's
and honoring.
Yeah, that's such a good reminder again. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's no done, no one. Again, thank you so much for being there.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Like willingness of holding everything. Champa put in her name.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Champa.
Hello.
I see you. Thank you. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you full screen.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
That's so astonishing for me. Just life and joy right now.
Oh, exquisite. Mm.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
Beauty.
Esther would like to speak.
Hey, Esther.
Hey, Isaac.
Can you see me?
I see you, I hear you.
Good.
Do you feel included?
Sorry, I couldn't.
Do you feel included?
Yes.
Cool. For me, it's a sense, maybe it's just an idea that something is, I don't know how to say it in words.
Take your time.
It's, coming out of a freeze or
Beautiful.
a little bit more addressed or on its own legs or whatever you call it.
Yeah, beautiful.
If you sense
Yeah.
that,
Yeah, definitely.
it's really very vulnerable drive.
No, that's what I love, that vulnerability. That's the most beautiful.
Yeah, but then it's then like on the bike, and it's if it's out of balance, then it's in fight or flight.
Yeah. And that's how it learns,
The
yeah.
movements are, at least at this moment, not so big.
Yeah.
And the story of how it has to be is coming small. It's just such a belief that it has to be in some way.
Yeah.
But like I
How
said,
beautiful.
for this moment, I don't know what.
Yeah, how beautiful is it that reveals itself, eh?
Yeah. Everything on the right moment. Huh?
Exactly.
And for my sense, there's less it's just a small step with less feeling it from someone else. You know, that it, maybe it's imagination or just a dream.
No, I mean, you know, I mean, that's just to put it in my words, it's like that's standing on our own feet, you know, when there's like here and something softens and then love starts to flow. It's not, it's, you know, it's not trying to get or grab or hold. It's just an overflow to just try and put words on it. It's, and then there's, you know, when like the mind tricks us and we fall in love or something like that, and it seems like it's the source of it is outside.
Mm.
Yeah, very different perspectives or different filters.
Yeah, it's also now, of course, if you have a seeing moment somewhere in your life and you know it by your mind, but that's different than when it's start to integrate in your system. That is a whole other way. I mean,
It's a whole other way, yeah.
That's
and where we, you know, where really, if you look at it, where do we learn it? Because all the movies, everything is speaking about the other paradigm, yeah? It's not speaking about this.
Yeah. Well, I can feel there's the movements are there, but I also feel that I can stay present with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if my system is fighting with your system, but
no,
not so much.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Great.
Life is a funny way.
It is a funny journey.
Yeah, journey. Yeah.
And if we're watching ourselves, we endlessly amused, yeah.
No. Okay, thanks. Maybe someone else wants.
Yeah, thanks, sister.
Ciao.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And to me, it feels really nourishing to have the space where we can just meet and explore together. Big love to you all. And Sure.